everyone, good evening. Welcome to 9th and 10th channel of BYJU'S. I'm your teacher Ankita and I welcome you all in today's class where we will be discussing about class 9th history chapter, Socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. It's a part 1 for this particular chapter. So please make sure everyone you stay with us till the end because we will be discussing in detail about this chapter because all of you want this chapter. And of course here we are here with a very interesting chapter. So everyone, good evening, how are you all? I am good. I'm super duper awesome everyone. I hope that all of you are in a good health and are charged up for this session. कितने बच्चे पढ़ के आए हैं चैप्टर बताओ मुझे. Good evening everyone. I can see the Josh is really very high. That definitely means that I am clearly audible and visible to each one of you. Yes. चलिए everyone. So we have history का chapter 2. एक और कहानी है हमारे पास में, right? Now we don't have the luxury. We'll not be breaking this particular chapter into various parts, but we'll just have 2 parts of it. Today we have the part 1, and in the upcoming week we'll have the part 2. So all of you, please make sure you stay with us. In this particular chapter, we will be covering these topics. So let me just tell you, everyone, from topic 1 till topic 2.5. This is what we are covering today. Yes? Awesome everyone. Good evening. I can see so many of you here. Yes, everyone, please make sure you hit the like button for the video. Yes, awesome everyone. So, what all are we covering today in today's class, right? What we have? We have understanding of the social and the political background in Europe in the middle 19th century. We'll be discussing about introduction of the ideas of liberals, radicals and the conservatives. We'll be discussing about the industrial society and the changes that it actually impacted on the people. We'll be discussing about the Russian economy, right? In context of the rising of the socialism. And at the end, we will be discussing about 1905 revolution. Okay? So everyone, this is what we have today. So please make sure you hit the like button for the video. Do take the screenshot of this, right? And I hope that all of you are ready. It looks difficult, but it's really very easy. Don't worry. Yes. Okay? Welcome to the new students who are here in class. So good to see that all of you are here, everyone. चलिए, all of you, I hope that you are ready. कितनी बार देख लिया? अच्छा, इतनी बार देख लिया. बढ़िया. Very interesting chapter. वाह. बहुत अच्छा है. I am 100% sure, everyone. See, I am sure you remember the French Revolution chapter, right? कितना मजा आया था पढ़ने में उस chapter को. We will make sure that we study in that way only with the higher spirit of learning things about the history and understanding that how we have things around ourselves now. So everyone, quick thumbs up. Quick thumbs up in the chat and let's get started. I want the Joes to be really very high, right? कहानी सुनेंगे बढ़िया सी, हम लोगों के बारे में जानेंगे. इसमें भी बहुत सारे हीरो हैं जो इनिशियली हीरो थे पर विलन बन गए, right? We have so many heroes who turned into a villain. There are few heroes. थोड़ी सी बहुत chapter actually it's very easy. I'm telling you now only. The chapter is really very easy. But the thing is that it has various events that we have to relate and remember. Okay? Chaliye. So let's get started. I can see the name also, but I'll not call it out now. But we will see that in the upcoming few minutes. Chaliye. So everyone, let's quickly recall what we have learned in the French Revolution. It's the second chapter in class 9 history. So we have to find the connect. Now everyone, just letting you know, I will not be looking at the chat for a few minutes. So please make sure you're not spamming, right? And you are paying attention to what I'm saying. So what happened after the French Revolution? We saw that in French Revolution, people realized they want to have the freedom of expression of thoughts, right? They don't want to pay the taxes to the nobility and to the churches, the clergy, right? You remember that? Then of course, there are a lot of people who were there in the picture. Jacobins Club was formed. People came together, right? We have Robespierre, who was a hero, but he turned into a villain later because he started punishing his own people and was not ready to take any criticism. We saw that how the French Revolution made an impact in the history, and people realize that they want to live in a country where they have the freedom, where they have the constitution. So from the France, we can clearly see that people have an idea what they want, right? People don't want the monarchy. They don't want the king to rule them. They want to have a people's government. So that was a very important takeaway from the French Revolution. Now, in this particular chapter of socialism in Europe, so we will be still talking about Europe in terms of the socialism, and then of course we'll be taking a look at the Russian Revolution. Clear? So that is the plan, everyone. So let's get started. Whatever I have said just now, we have it over here. So please make sure you take the screenshot of it. Chaliye. We know that people को confidence आ गया after the, of course, in the French we had the three structure, right? First state, second state, and the third state, right? What happened? They saw the revolution and people have new ideas and they have their individual rights. Now what we saw that there are a lot of challenge faced in by them, right? And they realized that they want the freedom. And eventually, not everybody was in the favor of the change. There were still some people who were very conservative, right? And they're like, we don't want new changes. We are happy with our old ways. And eventually we saw that during that particular time, we saw the emergence of three different types of classes or the communities of the people who have different thinking ideas. We have the radical, liberals, and the conservatives. So let's talk about each one of them. Chaliye. Hey everyone, first we're talking about the liberals. Can anyone tell me who are liberals? The third point means, bache, third point, we'll go back. The social structure of the 18th century got challenged. The structure of the society got challenged. Chaliye. Everyone, yes, jaldi. Who are the liberals? I'm sure all of you remember. Liberals want the parliamentary government. They were the people who supported that everyone should have equal and every right. Yes, they wanted to have equality in the country. Equality in the society. They were very good people, right? So, let's talk about the liberals here. They wanted a nation that have a tolerance towards all the religion. They want all religion to be treated equally. They opposed the power of absolute monarchy. They were against the power of king. Then they argued for the elected parliament with representative from the society. They believe that they have a right to speak, right? And of course they argued if someone is elected in the parliament who is not that great. Believed in independent judiciary. Judiciary should be happening independent of anything, right? A proper decision should be taken. They did not believe in the universal adult franchise. This was a red flag. Can I make a red flag over here? Right, I'm sure you would have heard about green flags, red flags, danger flags, right? So this over here is a red flag. Even though, right, they have the idea that everyone should be equal, etc., but they still don't want to have the universal adult franchisee. They don't want all of the people to vote. Importantly, they supported the vote of a man only with the property, which is again not a good thing. And they never supported the rights of women, vote of women. Clear, everyone? Yes? I hope that all of you are clear. Take a screenshot of this. Let's quickly recall. Liberalism, liberal people, right? They supported all religion. They want to remove the monarchy. They were against monarchy. They argued for the elected parliament. If someone is not working properly, they definitely does that. With the representative from the society. Fourth point, very important, they believe in the judgment, the judiciary. Now, there are four important good points, right? Two red flags that we have. They don't want the universal adult franchisee. They don't want all the people, all the men to vote. They never supported women to vote. Clear, everyone? Yes? Clear? Tolerant, they means Shubha. It means that they don't mind, right? They can tolerate all religion. Yes? Clear, everyone? Very good, chaliye. See, everyone, I know that all of you are here and you are chit-chatting about your examination. But let me tell you, aaj to pad lo. राइट? पढ़ाई तो जरूरी है ना, आज पढ़ के जाओ अच्छे से. I'm just checking if whether I'm audible or not. Yes, Shivani, absolute monarchy, complete king's rule. Right? P. Shivani. Yes, it's the complete king's rule. Chaliye. Clear with that? Good. Ma'am, I don't get the difference between the they're just telling. They're just stating in that what is universal adult franchisee, all the individuals can vote. They never supported that. They only supported the men who has property. Only those men can vote. Again, not a good thing. Chaliye. Let's talk about the radicals, everyone. Now, how many of you remember the radicals? Jaldi se bataiye. Very good, very good. Yes, I will be taking your doubts after this topic. Here and there if I see, I will. But after this topic, I will be stopping and I will be taking a look at the doubts. So please make sure to ask your doubts then. Very good. So now, let's talk about the radicals and their ideologies, right? What ideas they were following, right? They want to have a nation with the majority support. So they believe that in a nation, right? Who should have the power? Majority, right? They envision a nation having majority support. This is very, very important. Clear? So they wanted something that has the support of it. Clear, everyone? Right? A nation having the majority. So in the society, जो ज़्यादा जनता है, उन्हीं से हमें मिलना, मतलब उन्हीं से गवर्नमेंट बन जाए, ऐसा उनका मानना था. Clear? Envision, they thought. ऐसा उनका मानना था. Very good. They were the supportive of the women suffragette movement. They want women to get vote. Clear, everyone? What is the meaning of this word? Suffragette. It means the movement. This is a new book also, everyone. Movement to give women the right to vote. So they were a believer that women should have the voting rights. Clear? They were a firm believer of this. So this is the meaning of this word, everyone. Those of you are asking, look at the screen. They disliked the concentration of wealth in the hands of few. They were very clear that the wealth should be distributed equally. They never liked the idea of one person having all the wealth and few, right? And majority of the people are just empty-handed. So they never enjoyed or they never liked the idea of if the wealth is there only with the one individual. Opposed privileges of the landowners and wealthy factory owners. So of course all of these people understood that the wealth should not be in one hand first of all, and they never liked the landowners and the wealthy factory owners, right? Because they felt that these people are exploiting poor people. Clear? So these were the ideas on which the radicals used to think and they used to believe in. Everyone, are we clear? Good. Now, let's talk about the conservatives, right? The word conserve. Conserve water. क्या होता है उसका मतलब? Just talking about over here. Envision सोचा उन्होंने. उनका सोचना था ये. Priya, very good, everyone. To preserve, right? Conserve water means to save water. So the word conserve over here is actually helping us to understand that these are the people who don't want to change things. They want to save what they have. They were conservative. They want to conserve what they have. In this, we have the people who are a very firm believer of monarchy. They want the kings to rule. They are okay being under the king and taking their instructions and doing what the king is saying. So they were a very firm believer of the kings. And of course, in this category, we have the kings and the rulers also. So, the conservatives primarily opposed both the radicals and the liberals. They were against the liberals and the radicals. They don't believe the idea of equality and other things. They took some important points, right, from the Napoleonism, right, Napoleonic Code, when Napoleon tried to have good things, right, change in the society, they took some of it, right, and other things that were happening. They take an initiative that slowly change will happen. Clear? So they accepted certain ideas of change which was seen impossible to avoid. Hold on to what is traditional way in life and in the social hierarchy. Yes. Sankalp, I've answered your question. You can go back and see. Santosh, when the Napoleon got into the power, right, there are certain changes he made. Yes. So everyone, what we have discussed till now, if we go back and if we see, we have discussed about 3 different types of people who were there, right? We're still in Europe. We're talking about the Europe only, right? At that particular time, we have liberals, we have radicals, and we have conservatives. Conservatives, conserve, right? Everyone do remember this. They don't want to change anything. For example, you're eating the same chocolate for 5-6 years now. You will be very conservative. You don't want to try a different chocolate. Even if your friend will tell you it's yummy, right? It's an amazing chocolate, but you will not try. You will be like, you know what? I am happy with what I have. I don't want to change. So I'm conserving what I have. Clear? Remember this, everyone. Very good. Social hierarchy. The kings are there, and then the ministers, nobility, clergy, all of those. Okay, then of course we talked about the radicals. Now, who are radicals? Radicals are the one who believe that. Can you tell me who are those? They believe that everyone, right? Every citizen definitely should have a voting right. They said that women should also have a voting right. They were a firm believer that the landlords, the landowners, and the factory owners should not be there. They are the culprit, right? And they believe that the wealth in the society should not be there only in one single hand. It should be distributed, right? And they believe that the government should be formed. The envision that they have. Sankalp was asking them, what is envision? Anyone in the class, can you tell me what is envision? Envision, we have the word vision into it. मैं सोच रही हूँ ऐसा, right? Envisioned it, सोचना ऐसा. Clear, everyone? Yes. So they believe that we should have a system where the majority of the people are forming the government. Now, majority of the people have the power. Clear? Future thinking, absolutely correct. Yes, now talking about the liberals, they believe in the all equality. They have a high tolerance for all the religion. They believed, right, that they believe that, monarchy should be abolished. But they never supported the universal adult franchisee. They never supported right to vote of women. Clear? Yes, Priya, they are. Ma'am, conservatives are opposed of radicals. Yes, they are, bache, they are. Yes, Ashwin. Yes, equal, very good. Alvina, Kanak, very good. Shagun, Astha, next topic. Yes, we'll move. Pragati. Yes, 3 estates for nobles, clergy and common people. Yes, okay. Ramani, I think you had a doubt. Feudal system. Shreya, feudalism, I would request you to go back and watch it, but I'm just telling you in very short. Feudal system was where, of course, farmers are working on a piece of land owned by the landowners. And they have to pay the taxes to them. Okay, chali everyone. Let me ask you a question. Which class of society was opposed to the idea? Which class was opposed to the idea of social change in mid-19th century in Europe? Easy peasy question. Yes, Anjana, they didn't believe in they didn't believe in the universal adult franchisee. This is part 1 of the chapter. Part 1 of the chapter, and we'll be finishing in 1 hour. Chaliye. Don't get stressed out. We'll be finishing in 1 hour. Clear? Very good. Chaliye everyone. अब मैं पर छोटा सा जल्दी से हिंदी में बता देती हूँ. तो हमने अभी क्या पढ़ा? It's not a one shot. Please understand everyone. This is not a one shot. What we have studied till now, हमने चैप्टर बड़े धूमधाम से स्टार्ट किया, सोशलिज्म इन यूरोप. अभी हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? हम थोड़ा सा फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन का बैकग्राउंड पढ़ रहे हैं, हल्का सा रिकैप, एंड हम देख रहे हैं किस तरीके के अलग अलग भिन्न तरीके के लोग थे जिनका सोचना अलग है, राइट? इस चैप्टर के स्टार्टिंग में हमें 3 तरीके के थिंकिंग फिलोसफीज के ऊपर हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिए लोग. लिबरल्स हैं, रेडिकल्स हैं, कंजर्वेटिव्स हैं. कंजर्वेटिव्स वो हो गए जो कंजर्व करना चाहते हैं, जो भी जैसा चल रहा है वैसे ही चलते रहने दो, क्यों चेंज करना? हम ब्लू पहन रहे हैं, हम ब्लू ही पहनेंगे, हमें कोई चेंज नहीं चाहिए. उनका क्या मानना था कि जो राजा है वो अच्छा काम कर रहा है, राजा ही होना चाहिए. चेंजेस उन्हें पसंद थे पर बहुत स्लो पेस पे. दे नेवर सपोर्टेड द चेंज, राइट? एंड दे नेवर वांटेड द पावर टू गो टू द कॉमन पीपल। तो ये हो गया हमारे कंजर्वेटिव। लिबरल्स कौन थे? सब कुछ फ्रीडम, उन्हें क्या चाहिए थी? दे वर द फर्म बिलीवर ऑफ द फ्रीडम। उनको चाहिए थी फ्रीडम, फ्रीडम चाहिए थी इन टर्म्स ऑफ के सभी रिलीजन फॉलो किए जाएं, राइट? उन्हें कोई भी मोनार्की नहीं चाहिए थी, किंग शुड नॉट बी देयर, दे वर अ फर्म बिलीवर ऑफ इक्वालिटी, राइट? पर उन्होंने क्या बोला? रेड फ्लैग्स बनाए थे ना, उन्होंने दो रेड फ्लैग्स के बारे में बोला। फर्स्ट ऑफ कोर्स उन्होंने बोला कि सभी लोगों के पास में वोटिंग राइट्स नहीं होनी चाहिए। जिनके पास में प्रॉपर्टी है, जो मेन जिनके पास में प्रॉपर्टी है, दे शुड ओनली वोट, एंड दे नेवर सपोर्टेड द आइडिया ऑफ राइट टू वोट फॉर द वुमेन। क्लियर एवरीवन? देन we talked about the radicals. Radicals का विश्वास था और उनका फ्यूचर विजन था कि पावर उनके पास में होनी चाहिए जिनके पास में मेजॉरिटी है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ ऑल ऑफ अस आर वेयरिंग ब्लू कलर, वी शुड मेक द पावर। Yes? Clear everyone? So this is really very important. Then they believe that the wealth should be distributed and should not be there in one single hand. So that's all about the three. Everyone quick thumbs up, jaldi se. See, I'm repeating it 2 times so that jo bhi bacche hain in the class, right, all of you will be able to get. I'm really sorry I'll not be able to explain in Tamil. I'm not that fluent in Tamil. Majorly we'll be discussing in English only, and just in case if I feel that there's a need, I might explain very chotu part in Hindi, but not more than that. Okay, chali. Now everyone, we are entering into the very interesting and amazing world from where we saw the changes. Okay, can you quickly recall everyone that during the French Revolution we saw that people suffered a lot. I'm sure you remember that people used to go for wars, right? And what will happen? They will be standing, women especially, will be standing in queues for bread, right? They'll be waiting in the queues so that the people can get the food. But we have seen that in Europe, especially during the French Revolution, harsh winters were there. They struggled for roti, kapda, makan, the basic thing. Absolutely correct. They had a lot of struggle for their basic need. They don't have the food. They didn't have the roof, right? Of course. And of course, they struggle for the work also. Similarly, right? All of this is happening. It contributes to a very important thing. Poverty, right? Now, this clearly indicates that the country is not doing good economically and the system is not working. Indirectly, people are questioning who? People are questioning the king. Right, the king at that particular time. Now people are really very angry कि भाई king कुछ कर क्यों नहीं रहा है, right? The king have all the power and still the king is not doing anything. During that time we saw the growth or the coming of the industries, right? I'm sure you remember in the French Revolution chapter what we saw. There was a sudden increase in the industries, right? We saw people are actually upgrading. New set of factories are happening and people are leaving their agricultural land because they have to give so much tax to the first estate and second estate. They are leaving their land and they are coming to cities to work as a labor in hope that they will be able to get some money and they will be able to live a good life. But do you think that the conditions were there? क्या आपको लगता है वो गांव में अपनी जमीन छोड़ के आगे बहुत चिल मार के रह रहे थे? जल्दी बताओ. Do you think that this happened? Yes. Right? No, right? Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, right? Even when they're leaving their homeland, when they're coming to the cities, they're not getting the life that they wanted, right? When they came to the city, there was a lot of struggle. Even though they got the job, but of course they didn't have a good sanitation conditions. They didn't have hygienic conditions to live. They have a very low wage pay, right? And they have to work for hours and hours together. So even though we saw the growth of the industrial revolution across Europe, now we're talking about Europe, everyone, right? We're talking about Europe as in general. Okay, even though there was a lot of development happening, people were still struggling for it. So let's take a look over here, everyone, and keep on taking the screenshot here and there in between. I will be letting you know. So what happened? There was a setup of the factories in Europe and we have new industries altogether and people are coming. There's expansion of the railway, right? Railways connecting one part to the another part. You know, when the railway is there, people can actually travel. A lot of goods can travel from one part to another part. Sales was increasing, but all of it was not helping the people. Remember that, everyone, right? Women, men, and children came to the cities to work. Child labor was seen at that particular time in Europe, where the small kids are also working for the money. Clear? So what happened? When they start coming to the factories, they have long hours, low wages, different pay for men and women, even though the women will be working along with the men and will be doing the same type of job, they didn't have the same pay. Everyone clear? Right? Even though they're working equally very hard, but they're not getting the same pay as the men. Housing, sanitation was definitely an issue, right? They don't have a place. And of course, the condition which they were living in was not at all hygienic. During that time, we have two important communities, right, that we have. We have liberals and we have radicals. Now, these are the thoughts that they have, right? So people who believe in these ideas were the people who has some factories and who has some, industries. They felt that we should do something for our people, right? And then they saw that there are other landlords who are exploiting people. So they took a stand for the people. Everyone, are we clear up to here? Yes, are we clear up to here? Tell me. Yes, all of you? I know, see, this chapter looks like the French Revolution only. The starting part looks, right? The starting part looks like that. But it's different. Yes? Okay, chaliye. Badhiya. Kaju Katli clear hai. Awesome. Everyone, if you feel that, right, I can see many of you here and who are just talking about some other things, please leave the class. Right? Please don't waste your time and don't waste the time of my students who are here, right, writing random things in the chat. If you feel that aapko samajh mein nahi aa raha hai, if it's difficult for you to understand, you can leave. I will not say anything to you, right? But don't disturb my kids who come regularly to this class. Chaliye. Okay? So we are very clear कि क्या हुआ अब तक. Now, what happened? We saw that some industries and some factories were owned by liberals and radicals, as I have already explained. They felt that they should do something about the people, right? And they of course felt on the other side that the landowners, the rich people are exploiting the poor people. So they took a stand and of course they wanted to do something for the people. So again, when all of this was happening, we can clearly see that the industrial society, how the industrial society is changing the social impact, right? How the people are getting influenced by the industry and how there is the change in the ideas. Now people are in anger. People who are workers are in anger because they're not getting paid. They really want to protest about it, and that's how we will see that they'll come together and they'll protest. Yes? Everyone, are we clear? Yes, very good. It's okay, yeah. I will explain. Yes. Before 1905, absolutely correct. See, Sankalp in this particular chapter, they have not mentioned the year. If you look at this chapter now, the years are not mentioned. It's all of these things that we are talking about here are happening across the Europe very parallelly to the French Revolution. Clear? So we don't have the exact dates and the years over here. Yes, conservatives, Bindu, I think you have missed that part, bache. They are the people, right? They were the people, right, who has a thinking that nothing should change. Let the king be the ruler, and they just want to follow the same thing. No Rajasthani here. I cannot speak Rajasthani here, so please don't spam the bache nahi mat karo. Yes, Industrial Revolution was a chaos, but yes, we will discuss about how the World War I impacted it. Chaliye. Okay, let's move ahead, everyone. So we are clear with this, right? And when all of this was happening, there was one common idea. There was one very common idea about it. But before that, everyone, let me quickly recap what we have studied. What we have studied, we discussed about the Industrial Revolution. Yes, what we talked about over here, we talked about people coming to the cities. People are coming to the cities. For what? For jobs. Are they happy? Do you think that they are happy? No, right? So they have low wages, right? No, I'll write clean place to study. No place clean. Okay, let me write over here. No wages, less pay, no clean place to stay, and long working hours. Clear? Long working hours. So all of these conditions were there when the people, right, when the peasants came to the city to find the work. And they are here and they're working. But of course, liberals and radicals realized that it's a time they should not be exploiting people like this. And they took a stand and raised their voice against all of this. That's what we have studied. बहुत easy है. बच्चों प्लीज मत डरो, ये एकदम काजू कतली से भी ज़्यादा easy है. ये actually मैं इसको चीनी बोलूँगी. This is sugar. This is sugar concept. Right? Like if you have to eat the sugar, it's very easy, right? Yes? Chaliye. So everyone, are you clear with this? All of this, right? The industrial changes that are happening and the societal changes that are happening actually made people think about a single nation. Yes? Right? Very good. Right? So what, I'm sure when all of this is happening, there's one idea that comes together. Can anyone tell me what was that one idea? Everyone wants to have one single place where everyone is equal. They want to have their own. Can I tell you the word N? Start with N. We studied about an idea about brotherhood, about one. Very good. Nationalism and nation, absolutely correct. When all of this was happening, right, people actually came together with an idea of nationalism. What is nationalism? Nationalism is the idea that they believe that all the people who are there in the nation, who have similar culture, right, who have similar origin, they are a part of one nation, right, and they should live together with peace and harmony. Very good, yes. So the idea of the nationalism was born. By the end of the French Revolution, right, we saw the formation of the nations. You'll be learning more about it in class 10th. Junaid, bacha, I don't know what you're asking. We will discuss about it. I think you're talking about the Russian Revolution. Please give us some time. We'll come over there. Chaliye. So everyone, are we clear with this? The idea of the nationalism. Now let's get into this. What was the idea of nationalism? What do you think was the idea? That all the country should come, all the people who are there in the country, right, should come together and they just have one single nation without the king. The government should be formed by the people and for the people. So by the 1815, here's one year which is mentioned in your textbook. In 1815, countries like France, Italy, Germany and Russia were the countries where some of the nationalists, liberals and radicals become revolutionary. They felt that we have to come together. So what we saw in these countries, there were a lot of rebels, revolutionary people who were there, right? Then what was happened? The idea of overthrowing monarchy was becoming more and more popular. It was spreading all across the Europe and people are supporting it that they don't want the king's rule now. All the citizens were in favor of nation state. They want to have a nation state where they enjoy the equal rights. And the country, Italy, this is very important example, everyone. We have a very famous revolutionary, right? Mazzini, you'll be learning more about him in class 10, right? So he played a very important role in uniting the Italy. And from him, a lot of people took the inspiration and they joined the movement of uniting their country and having a nation altogether. Clear, everyone? Yes? This topic is not that difficult. It's very simple. Clear? हाँ पढ़ेंगे. We will be discussing about the Karl Marx also, but in some time. Yes? No. Socialism and nationalism are not same. We will discuss about the word socialism in just few minutes. So यहाँ पे it's very easy बच्चे. There's nothing difficult. All the people wants to have a single, right? All the people wants to have a nation which does not have a king. Everyone have equal rights and they are living happily ever after. Now, what we saw in the 19th century, these are the important things. We saw there are different people with different mindsets. Their thought process are very different. Their ideas are very, very different. We saw the Industrial Revolution. We saw the rise of the various revolutionaries, various rebels, and we saw the rise in the nationalism. Everyone, are we clear? The session will be of 1 hour long. We are just kind of 20 minutes into it. Yes. Babita will discuss about it. Yes, very good everyone. Very good. Chaliye. So now that we are clear with it, there is a question, ma'am, why the socialism and nationalism are not same? We will find the answer now. Nationalism talks about that all the people should have equal rights. All the people should have equal rights. People should have the power to elect their leader, right? But in socialism, there is a small twist. Even though socialism is a very, very important concept, right? And it's very, very good for the society. Unfortunately, the way it turned out in the history was a little bit, it was a little bit less. Okay? Yes, everyone, are we clear? Taking very less what? Nordic, right? Please do write your doubt if you have any. Political stand, bache. The thing that it's related to the political stand, right? We have different political ideas. There are a lot of different political things that are happening in the situation. No, bache. It's Nordic, right? No, he was not. Chaliye. Okay. Now everyone, we're entering into the very, very interesting topic. Ta-da, everyone. Yes, that is the socialism. Can anyone take a wild guess? I'm sure you all know what is socialism, but can you tell me what is socialism? The word social is there, right? So talk about it. Think about it, what could be the word? We have nationalism, right? We have discussed about important words. And ideology related to the society, ma'am. Equality, very good. The idea of social. Same theory, okay. People distribution of the wealth in society. Equal distribution of wealth in society. Okay. Against private property. Okay, very good. Sabka saath, sabka vikas. Wow. Vision to the structure of the equal society. Cooperative society. Interesting. Very good. Democratic country, no, but yes, society distribution equally. Live what you love. Interesting name, but what is your real name? Bache will discuss about it. Giving rights, okay. Yes, interesting. Yes, very good. So I can see a fair amount, right? So when we talk about the socialism, we have the word social over here, and they meant that in the equality. But of course, what kind of equality they were talking about? Equality amongst the people based upon what? Right? Based upon the land. Private ownership. They were against the private property. So let's talk about the socialism. They believe that all of the individuals, right, should be treated equally. They should all work on on a land, and of course, all of the profit should be distributed amongst all, right? They were against the private ownership of the land. That was the first basic idea of socialism. Clear? Yes? Very good, Shagun. So let's talk about this socialism, everyone. So in socialism, what you will remember? Social and economical doctrine that calls for public rather than the private ownership of control of property and natural resources. So according to the socialism, right, the property should be for the public, not the private. Let's suppose if we have this particular piece of land, right? It should be distributed amongst people equally, right? It should not be the case that this land only has this big chunk by one individual and he is the one who is earning lots of money. It should be distributed among equally, and they are more in favor of the public. So if this is a land, everyone in the society should participate and should take the profit out of it. The land should be public and not the private. Everyone, are we clear? Yes. Are we clear with this? Are we clear with socialism? Socialism का क्या एक ही मकसद था? Socialism में ये हम जानते हैं कि उनका मानना था, ये जो आइडिया है, क्या मानना है कि जो भी है वो पब्लिक का है, प्राइवेट कुछ भी नहीं है, राइट? अगर किसी के पास प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी है तो वो एक्चुअली उसी इंसान को फायदा देगी. बट अगर हमारे पास में एक बड़ी प्रॉपर्टी है जिसमें सभी लोग काम कर रहे हैं, वो सभी लोगों को फायदा देगी. सो दे वर फर्म बिलीवर ऑफ द पब्लिक rather than the private property, right? They believe that as a society they should have the control of the goods, not only with the one single people, right? Yes, yeah, you can take the screenshot, everyone. So they believe that individuals do not live or work in isolation, but they live in a cooperation. Again, they believe that they should be living in cooperation. Everything produced by the people in a same sense of a social product, and everyone who contributes to the production of the goods is entitled of the fair share. Clear, everyone? So whoever is working, right, whoever is working on this piece of land should have the equal contribution in the profits also. Everyone clear? I hope that all of you have taken the screenshots. Yes, everyone, all of you have taken the screenshot? Good. Chaliye. So that's all about the socialism. This is a very important idea. Now I'm sure you clearly know that what is the difference between nationalism and socialism. Nationalism talks about brotherhood, equal rights to all the people, whereas socialism is only focusing on the property as of now, right? They had a belief that everyone should be treated equally. But we know that in a course of history we have seen that it is a little bit difficult to have in a society, right? It's a very ideal case situation. It's not ideal. It's very difficult for our nation to follow it, right? But the idea was amazing. So that's all about the socialism. Let's see how this idea came into the Europe. We had the French Revolution, we had the liberals, radicals, conservatives, and now we have a formation of a new idea, which is the socialism. So let's see how this idea came into the socialism. Now, by the 19th century, right, socialism was a well-structured idea that entered into the Europe. Private properties was seen as a root cause of all social evil. You know, the people believe that those people who live in big palaces, right, are the one who are actually destroying the society. So the person who is a firm believer of socialism will feel that people who have a big private property, they are the root cause, right, of the stopping the growth of the individuals. Yes, you will get the PDF. Clear? Don't worry, you will get the PDF. Chaliye. Right? So what will happen? They were a firm believer that the property owners are the root cause of the social evils. It gained popularity amongst the working class, especially the people who are working. It gained the popularity because, of course, they are the ones who are suffering, and eventually spoke about the radical reforms in the structure of the society. Clear, everyone? So these things were happening. Clear? Yes? Now everyone will be looking at some of the important individuals who played a very important role in spreading the idea of socialism. Clear, everyone? Yes, all of you, we're just finishing our session. I think we will be able to finish up the important parts. We'll just have a few more minutes session and we will wind up our session. Okay? Chaliye. So we'll be discussing about the four important personalities. Who were the four important personalities we're talking about? We're talking about the Robert Owens. Do remember the year? It's mentioned in our textbooks. So 1771 to 1858. He believed that the private properties would be replaced. He wanted it to be replaced by the individual initiative. He was like, we people should come together and we should initiate this process. For example, let's suppose Ankita has this land. Right? If I have a huge big land, I should give up the land by myself and I should invite people to work on it and share the profit with me. Clear? So he was a believer that the private properties would be replaced through the individual's initiative. I should take the initiative towards it rather than someone else doing it. He actually built a new harmony place in Indiana, right? Where, of course, what we saw the cooperative, we saw the formation of the cooperatives. We heard the word cooperatives, right? What was the meaning of it? People are cooperating. You know what? Acha, you have this piece of land, I will also come there and work. We will share the profit. That is cooperative. Yes, he became Zamindar. Yeah, why not? Okay. What happened? He dismissed. The intent was that individuals should be initiating it, and government, even if it's government is taking a part, it's well and good. Clear, everyone? But individuals should take the responsibilities of it. Very good. The next question that we have, not the next question, the next individual that we have is Lewis. Right? He encouraged the idea that government should initiate it. He also wanted, on the same piece of land, people should have the equal profit, but he wanted this initiative to be started by the government. He was a French socialist, and he wanted the government to encourage the cooperatives and replace the capitalist enterprise. He was not in a favor of the capitalist where they are the landowners or the factory owners who are gaining all the money and not giving anything to the poor. Clear, everyone? Yes? पक्का हो गया सबको? Yeah, very good. Yes, Blanche. Everyone, are we clear? See, these personalities are important. Just remember the name. Yes, you will be able to get the PDF on the Telegram. You have to go on Telegram, search for 9th and 10th BYJU'S. You will be able to get the Telegram group, and there you will be able to get the notes. Then, everyone, we have the entry of two important individuals. Pakka clear hai na badhiya? Two individuals, everyone. Max. Clark. Remember the name, everyone. Very, very famous. Right? I'm sure you would have heard about him. And then we have Engels. Okay, let's talk about them. So, Marx, right? He argued the industrial society is a capitalist society. What is the meaning of capitalist? Capital. And we always talk about the capital in terms of money. So he felt that the industrial society which is created, right? It is a capitalist society. It is running on the money. People are very driven by the money. People are not focusing on the people, but people are just focusing on the money. They don't care about. He felt that landowners, factory owners, right, are not thinking about the poor people. They are just using these individuals to gain out the profit, right? He also felt that the power is only with the few and not with the people. Clear? So he believed that the condition of the workers would not improve. The profit was accumulated with the capitalist. He believed that if landowners and factory owners will keep on making the profit, the conditions of the factory workers and the employees will never improve. Clear, everyone? He believed that in a society where all the properties is socially controlled, a communist society. Again, a very good thought that he believed that we should live in a society where the profit is being shared equally amongst all the people. A communist society means everyone have equal. Clear, everyone? Yes? Then we have the Friedrich, right, Engels, 1820 to 1895. He suggested that workers have to remove the capitalism and rule the private property. He was a firm believer that all the people should have the control of the private property. मैं बता रही हूँ, एक सेकंड रुक जाओ दोबारा से. Please don't spam. Don't spam. Yes. So let's talk about this, everyone. We are talking about the Karl Marx, right? And he was a great individual who talked about the socialism, right? He believed that the capitalist mentality that the people have is the root cause, right, of the struggles that the people are having, the poor people are having. He believed that the conditions of workers can only be improved if the profit is shared equally amongst the people. He believed in a communist society. Everyone, are we clear? Those were the ideas of Karl Marx. Karl Marx. Clear? Right? Very good. Then we have one more important personality in this chapter, which is the Friedrich, right? Friedrich Engels. He suggested that the workers have to remove the capitalism. Now, capitalism word, I'm sure you might get confused with it. Capital word that we use is with the money, right? So what happens? If in a factory the individual are working, they'll be able to make a profit, and that profit that he's talking about is the capitalism. How much profit they have made. So, the workers have to remove the capitalism. They have to remove that, and everyone should have the equal rights. They should rule the private properties. Basically, they want to have a place where every worker, right, are working all together and they have equal shares. Everyone, are we clear? Quick thumbs up. Accumulated मतलब बच्चे इकट्ठा कर लेना. Accumulated means getting collected. Yes, we will have the summary. Yes, Siddhi will have the summary. Too many persons. Yes, Bindu, I know that there are so many persons. Yes. But everyone, you have to promise me that you will be reading the textbook. If you will not read the textbook na NCERT, थोड़ा सा difficult हो जाएगा. Accumulated means इकट्ठा हो जाना. Yes, clear. चलिए. So everyone, we will quickly summarize. You can take the screenshot of this. जल्दी से ले लीजिए. We have the same thing that I have just explained. So everyone quickly take the screenshot also. जल्दी से. So Karl Marx introduced the term capitalist, referring to the properties class of society, argued that the workers are responsible for the creating profit for the factory owners and they deserve the share in the profit. Such a good thing, right? This point is very important. Proposed that the workers needed a communist society to escape the exploitation of the capitalist system. Very important 1-mark question, everyone. What is communist society? What is it? A society where all the property was socially controlled. Whatever property is there, it is controlled by the people, by togetherness, not with a single person. Right? Very good. Clear? So those were the important things. Then furthermore, clear everyone? Are we clear with this? Yes, we'll have the part 2 also. Don't worry, we'll have the part 2. But we are done. This is the last topic. We will study the other part later. Clear? Chaliye. So everyone in the homework question, right? In the homework question, everyone, what you will be writing? Please do write about the Karl Marx work and what he believes in. Clear? Write a short note. I can write a short note. Just write 2 or 3 points about him and his ideologies. Clear everyone? So that's a homework question. I really want to see all of you writing the answers. Clear? And do write this also everyone, what you understand about the socialism and what you can think about it. That do you think that socialism will work in today's scenario? Think about it. Clear? So I think with this everyone, we will be ending up the session. Right? We have so much planned for you. See, we have so much things planned for you. But it's okay. We will be meeting really very soon. Right? And we'll be finishing off the chapter. So I want to see the answers everyone in the comment section below. Homework question ka answer. And today, just Pinky promise your teacher that you will read. Right? Do read the NCERT and you will be sorted. Yes. Please, I'm staying for some time. Please do ask for the doubts. Yes, doubt pujiye if you have any. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button for the video. Share if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Jaldi se. Okay, I'm here for some time. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Yes, okay. Yes, AM. Please do ask your doubt. You're writing. Yes, please ask your doubt. Ma'am, what is the difference between the BYJU'S? It's all same, right? We are there for you. The common thing that we have is that we are there for all our students. Shalini will discuss about them in the next class. Can't reveal the surprise. Feudal system. The feudal system was a system where, of course, the workers will be working on a piece of land owned by the landowners, right? They will be paying the tax to them. and they will be serving as a free laborer to them. Okay, chaliye, nice, very good. Okay, very good. Liberty. The definition of liberty, I'm not sure how to put the definition per se. Liberty just talks about the freedom. Freedom to all. Ma'am, socialism possible for the society? Shruti, that's a question that you have to answer. It was there in a society, so can. It's okay, Archana, you can watch the session again. Kuch nahi hua hai. Arey, aaram se, you can see the session at 2x speed. Chaliye. Yes, I know that in bio we just have 3 chapters. Tsar Nicholas II was a king of Russia till 1940 में जब हम 1940 में पढ़ेंगे, so he was a king in the beginning, right? चलिए. Okay, everyone. So I think I would end the session, everyone. Please make sure to hit the like button for the video. Do share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, right? I can see few of you have joined now and have few doubts. Don't worry. Please do watch the session. It's a very small session. Put it on 2x and watch it. Okay? Yes? Everyone, are we clear? So we'll be meeting really very soon. Do read your NCERT. Lots of love to each one of you, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye. I will be sharing the notes with you. Please do watch it. Right? And see you again. Keep on learning with BYJU'S. Hearts, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.